Hi, hello. My name is Chris. It's Dominic Christian. Um Back in the 60s, there was a something happened back in the 60s where two powerful countries were um what do you call this? Trying to beat each other into sending a man to the moon, the space race back in the 60s. This is according to YouTube documentary that I have watched. Um, so basically, that was back in the 60s. The space race was back in the 60s. Now, the next race that all countries, not just the powerful countries like the G8, like powerful countries like America, China, um, Russia, UK, and France, Germany, all powerful countries. The next race that all the countries in the world will be trying to compete to beat each other into becoming the very first holy nation. Now it's been said in documentaries on TV, on television, on the social media about countries being sovereign, about countries being sovereign. Now, the holy nation, sovereignty is not enough. Sovereignty, a sovereign country is not enough unless the country itself has holy people. Holy people, yes, this is biblical happening. The next race will be about making their countries, our countries, a holy nation. The race to make the country a holy nation, not just sovereign, as it's been given the name of sovereignty, a holy nation. Now they can basically get this done easily. There's few ways of doing it. If you guys have heard of a technology called Voice of God technology and other names that it is named after. So there are. So what I'm saying is, if we can, with all that is been taught in the Bible about fine characteristics like loving, like brotherly, sisterly, generous, kind, disciplined, humble, knowledgeable, virtuous, faithful, diligent, and all the fine characteristics. All they basically have to do to make their country a country of a holy nation, to make their country great in spiritual righteousness and being godly people, God's chosen people. By the way, it's everyone. It's God's chosen people. So there's there are teachings in the Bible that you gotta have defined characteristics like the ones I've mentioned to have it in abound, like many forms. And so basically, with the technology and the skills, the practices, and and the 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 love of the governing bodies and the faithful believers in God Almighty, the love of the governing bodies, the governments for its citizens, they'd be able to make a nation like Australia, Philippines, and other countries in the world, with the technology that we have available. And I'm sure it's available in America and Russia and China and England and UK and Germany. The Voice of God technology. Um, so basically, what they need to do is just implement and actually, and we got to be in this, man. Like Australia and Philippines, man, and other countries because it's multicultural. We got to be in this. We've got to make the nations holy and beat everyone to that race. To make a holy nation. It's enough that we're sovereign country. No, there's got to be more. This is the next race, because the skills, the textbook studies, and the practices, and the skill levels of the people who would be able to implement it, and of course the the teachings in the Bible about proper baptism, the life giving water, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Um and the basically what God has told us to be like perfect in good characteristics, good qualities, making the nations holy and the people holy. And when it's holy people, it's 0% crimes, 0% crimes, and you basically beat other countries into making the countries, your country, if any presidents or prime minister Anthony Albanese, we need to get into this, and Filipino presidents and all your other presidents, because the race for the making a holy nation is going to happen. It is biblical. So yeah, just do it properly, please. Letting the people know, and getting the people to agree to be nurtured, the fine characteristics of them. There's a positive hypnosis, you know. There's positive hypnosis and character and behavior programming. I'm sure there are techniques and capable minds that can put, I don't know, subliminal messagings, and to be good people, and advertisements, and subconscious imprinting, and um positive aura being given, positive being the holy, the life-giving water, But you guys should know what I mean by now, because I'm sure some of you guys have seen what I have written in my book. Well, the one that I have, the one in the car, and the one here. Okay? Because it is a race that will go down in the history of all the nations as one of the most important, most important, because with proper spiritual righteousness, the place shines like its people, like God Almighty. So I suppose I don't know whereabouts we gonna be in this race. You know, me being an Australian citizen and a Filipino by heritage. I suppose could there be a chance that we can be coming first? Australia, Philippines. Hmm. It'll be very good to find out. Like I said, with this holy nation, everything goes to its to each beautiful beautiful things basically will happen when you have a holy nation, a nation of holy people, you know, God loving, society loving, ecology loving, law loving, law abiding citizens, individuals, mothers, fathers, sons and daughters and uncles and aunties and grandparents, you know, with the holy nation. 0% crime. Everyone's beautiful. And you know, when you join this race to make a holy nation, when you join it, you are actually participating in God's what Apostle Simon Peter was talking about in his in this in what do you call it, in second chapter. What's the second chapter? Apostle Simon Peter was talking about it. It's the great sound. The world shall end with a great sound, and everything that there is and therein will be will be you know, with the fervent heat. That's God's baptism of the places. Yes. Okay. I gotta make this thing complete, but this is an initial um recording. I gotta complete the message. I think if I was supposed to convey one, because yeah. Anyways, thank you for your time, and I hope all powerful countries get this, even Australians. Okay, even Filipinos. Please let the let the Filipinos, don't let us come last. Thank you. Bye bye.